Week 7 of BNI Heartland Football Highlights. I'm Ray Huse, Omaha Area Director and Social Media Specialist.
And I'm Vince Vigneri, Executive Director for BNI Heartland.
Only 3 weeks remain in BNI Heartland Football's regular season play. Will your chapter make the playoffs? We'll run down last week's result to see where things stand.
Remember, you can always check your team's schedule and standings on the BNI Heartland Football page. You'll find it in the links section at bniheartland.com.
Multiply your profits, and Omaha, Nebraska reclaimed the top spot in the Givers Gain Conference, flip-flopping again with Let's Do Lunch, also from Omaha. Competition in this conference is tight. Finishing strong will be essential to make the playoffs.
Success Unlimited in Gillette, Wyoming remains at 5-0 after a bye last week to stay on top of the Building Relationships Conference. This week, they return to action to meet second place Happy Hour and a Half from Omaha, who picked up their 5th win last week.
In the Lifelong Learning Conference, Business in Motion from Gillette, Wyoming, and Leaders of Integrity of Casper, Wyoming, both won their games last week to keep first and second place. These two met early in the season, so we could have a tie at the top. They both win out, but both face strong competition in the weeks ahead.
We're still riding the roller coaster in the Traditions Plus Innovation Conference, where elite capital gainers of Rapid City broke the tie at the top that we had last week by handing County 4 Connectors from Rock Springs, Wyoming, their second loss. Both teams remain in the running for the conference championship, along with Elevated Connections of Rapid City.
BNI Best in Sioux Falls, South Dakota won again last week in the Positive Attitude Conference, staying undefeated at 6-0. Will one of their remaining foes pull the upset to open the door for B2B Lunch Bunch in Kearney, Nebraska, who is now sitting at 6-1? We'll see.
Beatrice Fiscal Fusion in Beatrice, Nebraska has the best record in the Accountability Conference and all of BNI Heartland Football with a perfect 7-0. They have one match left against second place Vanguard from Omaha, Nebraska this week. This one could be a good one, folks. Come back next week to find out.
We saw a nice bump in reports of chapters recording perfect attendance last week. There were 17 teams, up 4 from last week, and enough to tie last year's record. Let's see if we can get even more members showing up online, in person, or with a substitute next week and set a new record.
Our match of the week is a cross-state battle in Wyoming, where Integrity in Action in Casper faced Cloud Peak Business from Sheridan in the Lifelong Learning Conference. Integrity in Action brought in 2 visitors. They did miss out, however, on perfect attendance, but they made up for that with an accepted application to post a total of 14 points. Cloud Peak Business managed perfect attendance. They also had 1 visitor to make it close, but still not quite enough to win. Final score, 14-10 for Integrity in Action.
Time is running out in the BNI Heartland football season. Don't lose your game due to a late report. Scores are due Friday by 2 p.m. Central Time or 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
The questions remain: who will win their conference? Who's in the running for the wild cards to make the playoffs? Join us next week for updates on this and much more BNI Heartland football action.